Hey there, everyone. Thanks again for tuning in to Sin's Workshop. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about The Empress, the second novel in the Diabolic series by S.J. Kincaid. Sorry, I was embodying my Mr. Movie Man. In any case, excellent novel. I think one of the things I loved best about it were the science fiction aspects of it, because they did create a lot of tension and they do add to the world building of the novel. Honestly, so here's a brief recap. You know, in the previous novel, spoilers if you haven't read it. So Nemesis is a diabolic. They are genetically engineered humans who are programmed to honestly take care of their assigned master, and to love them more than anything. So that was Sidonia for her, and I loved Sidonia. You can check out my previous review here on YouTube. So Sidonia was a great character, but after one diabolic took their love of protection a little too far, the king ordered all diabolics to be destroyed. However, Sidonia's family wasn't going to have it. They faked Nemesis's death and started portraying Nemesis as Sidonia's cousin. They're like, we're not putting our daughter's safety at risk, because especially the dad was considered heretical because he wanted to bring back the sciences, which have been, outlawed, right? So, sorry, I'm just looking for this dude's name and I can't remember his name. It was outlawed by a guy 500 years ago, or even longer. And I'll get to that in a second. So, that was that. And then the king invites a child from across every noble royal family to come to his court, basically to be royal hostages. Again, Sidonia's family's like, you're gonna take her place. So she goes, She goes and she takes Sidonia's place. A lot of things happen, I really don't wanna ruin the first book, but she gets found out. Her and Tyrus, the mad nephew of the king, form a bond. Turns out he's not really mad at all. He was just playing at it to, stay alive. And, well, they fall in love. Now, what did I say earlier? Diabolics. They're really much just programmed to take care of the ones that they love above everything else. They are very short-sighted. It does create a lot of tension between Tyrus and her. Now, Tyrus loves her. He is defying the entire galaxy by taking her as his bride to be the Empress. Because again, diabolics are considered abominations. She was supposed to have been destroyed, and she wasn't. So, I mean, the opening line kind of tells you what they think of her. Someone had poisoned me. I knew it with a single sip. Great opening line, first of all. People really don't want Nemesis to be the Empress. And Tyrus, they're trying to figure out a way. They're trying to figure some way to just survive. They're playing the Game of Thrones. Sorry. But yeah, kind of. They basically are playing. It's a very dangerous game that they're playing. It has a lot of players that they are not aware of what they are capable of. They think they know, but they don't. And again, Nemesis's one desire is to just keep Tyrus alive. Nothing. Even the things that would harm other people and get rid of their enemies, if it puts him potentially at harm in any way, shape, or form, Nemesis is like, no, we're not doing that. Or she will circumvent him doing it. And she kind of does at times, 3/4 into the book, she kind of does ruin their grand plan. That unfortunately leaves Tyrus in the clutches of their enemies. And for Sidonia, and not Sidonia, for Nemesis, it really does put a lot of tension in their relationship. Now, I really do love the evolution of Nemesis. I love her evolution, she's her growing humanity from book 1 to book 2. She's still a diabolic. She cannot override some of those diabolic, patterns that have been ingrained in her, that she was designed with. Her need to protect and her propensity for violence. She will beat the shit out of you if you even threaten or look at someone she loves the wrong way. She will end you. That's what diabolics were designed for. Again, it does create some tension. My cat. It does create some tension between the characters, between their romance, because, like I said earlier, she's very, very short-sighted. She's not seeing the long run. And you know what? Her friend kind of calls her out on it. Let me see if I can find. Not Salivar. God, I don't. It's like her only friend. It's her only friend. Oh, duh, she's right here. Neveni. There we go. Neveni. Neveni kind of calls her out on it and says, that's the problem with you diabolics. You don't see the long term. And she's right. You don't. Nemesis doesn't. She's 100% right. Nemesis does not see the long term. But again, that's how she was designed. Now, there we go. The Living Cosmos. That's what he was called. The Interdict. That's his name. The Interdict's the one that started the stupid religion. He gets what's coming to him. Let me tell you. Whew. That was an intense scene. Didn't see it coming. And that's another thing I love about this book. It's so unpredictable. It's 100% unpredictable. So, how is the Interdict alive? After 500 years, you ask? Well, and this is the part of the science fiction that I really love. So he lives in kind of like the Pope's Chapel, I guess would be the equivalent, in a pocket of space within an event horizon. Now, don't know if the science is 100% there. I don't really care. I have a base understanding of theoretical physics. So, it's science fiction. Just go with it, man. And I loved it. There's a space in the event horizon outside a black hole where time slows down. And there are gravitational waves that can allow people to come see him at specific times. So you have to have a base knowledge of physics in order to understand and plan this route to go see the sky. That's what machines are for, right, in the future. So Tyrus and Nemesis go. They see the Interdict, to get his royal blessing for Nemesis and, this Judas has no idea what has been going on. He has no idea how his ideals have just been used to just, oh, I see what you did there, Kincaid. So, they took away sciences to strip colonies of their power so that the rich can stay rich and the poor can stay poor. Huh. Why did that sound a lot like something very familiar to me in society today? All I have to say is you should never ever hide behind religion. Just be honest about everything you want in life. If you want to keep the poor poor, don't hide behind religion. Is that what religion is for? I'm not religious. Surprise. Oh, but wow, what a great commentary that I didn't think about before, and now I'm thinking about it now. Ooh, Kincaid. Smart. Oh, I love subtext in the book. Love it. So, he has no idea that his teachings are being abused in such this way. So, he's like, okay, yeah, I'll help you. Tiresome Nemesis. And they don't know, quite simply, how much time is passing. A year passes. They've been gone for a year. A lot of shit happened in a year. A lot of terrible shit, and their enemies were able to mobilize against them. In trying to ruin their enemies, Nemesis gets stuck with the interdict again. This time she's separated from Tyrus for 3 years. I know, some spoilers here, but it creates the tension. And for me, these are just jaw-dropping movies like, what the hell are you guys gonna do now? How the hell are you gonna get out of this mess now? It's just like, it's unpredictable. And I love a good unpredictable story. I didn't see the events playing out the way they did at all. Kincaid is great at misdirection. She's great at this character development and this characterization, creating all this tension between her characters, and it's amazing. So good. I cannot wait to read the third book. Hopefully I get to it soon. It's on my bookcase along with another 20, 30 books now that I have to read before. Oh my god. And right now my 1-year-old daughter, she's not really letting me read a lot. Every time I try to read, she's like, no, hug me. And I'm like, put book down. Grab her in arms. Okay, I'm hugging you now. It's really hard to hold a book open and hold her at the same time. It's very hard. But yeah, excellent book. Excellent. Loved it. It was so good. So, as you can imagine, I'm going to give The Empress 4 out of 5 stars. It has great subtext, it has great storytelling, it's unpredictable. I love the sci-fi in it. It was just fantastic. Loved it. So, if you want to go ahead and purchase the book, please remember to purchase from your local bookseller or online retailer. I just ask that you don't use Amazon when purchasing books. Support your booksellers. You can go on barnesandnoble.com. You can go on bookshop.org. Connect to independently owned bookstores or support your local bookstore in your neighborhood. Your local Barnes & Noble or Books A Million. And if there's not one in your neighborhood, shop online. If you're going to do it anyway on Amazon, then just do it with your bookstore. If money's tight, your local library. And on that note, I hope you all will continue to support me here by liking this video, subscribing to my channel, and sharing it with all your book-loving friends. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and as always, happy reading.